own, your boy King David. Let's go, let's get it. You see the title. These narcissists spend a lot of time, you know, trying to put you on a pedestal just so they can break you down. That's the point, right? These are the kind of people that will, these are the kind of haters that'll put you on a pedestal or pedestalize you, you know, like, or around other people that look up to you, you know, say certain things like, yeah, that person's definitely got that going on. But have you also noticed da 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 da? These are the kind of people I'm talking about. These people, you know, seem like, see, and the funny thing about these kind of haters, they would never say nothing to you. They would never send you a message. They would never express to you how much and how often they're watching you. But these same people will watch you all the time, whether it be a coworker, family member, you know, whoever, you know what I'm saying? And put you on a pedestal, meaning what they have to do is they have to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, you are achieving or somewhere else higher than they are, so that way they can criticize you and not seem like they're a hater. See, really everything boils down to trying to come off like you're not hating on somebody when you really are. Like, that's all they really do. If you think about it, it's different clever ways to be a hater, basically, i.e. Project onto you what they feel like you are, i.e. telling you about yourself, humbling you, checking you, whatever you want to call it, right? This is what the hater does. And okay, so you ask yourself, well, why do these people feel like they need to check me or humble me or tell me about myself or any of these things? Well, it's the demons in them. And they don't realize it, and they'll sit there all day long and be like, I don't, demons, and I don't know. No, listen, there's no reason for a person that's on the same level as you, know they're anointed, love God, to hate on you or feel like they need to put you in check. Who you think you checking? Check who? Check yourself. Check your kids. You know what I'm saying? Check your kids' diapers. Check your bank account. You ain't checking me. You know what I'm saying? And once I get that check spirit from somebody, like somebody's calling themselves checking me indirectly or passive aggressively, you're on my radar, period, point blank. That's just the way it is. So I don't go around checking nobody that don't come after me first. I don't start no fights, but I doggone sure will finish them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was taught. That's how I was raised by my mother and my father. And that's where I'm gonna always be. I don't start nothing, but I'll finish it. That's a direct quote from my father. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you right now, don't come over here, you know, and I'm saying this partially because I'm getting crazy comments from the gynocracy and the sisterhood. And I want y'all to understand something, man. I want y'all to do this. I'm luring you in. See, I'm the kind of guy where you think that, we just gang up on them, we'll beat them, and it's a bunch of us and one of him. No, that's where you mess up. Man, I got too much of a spiritual team behind me. So yeah, you got your flesh, you know what I'm saying, women with their own agendas, but I got God, I got my ancestors, I got my angels, archangels, you know what I'm saying? I got everything going on with me. I don't need anybody else. So whenever y'all are hitting my comments up here lately, sisterhood is starting to dial in, gynocracy starting to dial in, understand something. You're falling for my trap. You're letting me know that my words are carrying weight. You're letting me know that whatever I say is hitting home, and you got some work to do. And I need you to understand something. I don't sit on here and look for debates online, but I love to debate. And see, I'm gonna make you regret life. When I get done lighting you up in my comments, 420 on the timers, I say this, you know it's true. You know, you're gonna wish your mother had swallowed or your dad had left you running down the back of your mother's left thigh. Real talk, just being real on King David. So when you females come this way and you're just, man, I had this lady going off in my comments, putting Bible quotes. Let me tell you something. I find it very disrespectful that you're using our Bible to turn around and justify your bad behaviors. If you're gonna tell me you're a single mother, at least explain to me, you know, what happened to your husband and how he passed away. Otherwise, you just made a bunch of babies with a bunch of nothings, but you're gonna hide behind the Bible now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You better be holding that Bible up, saying I'm trying to get right, but you best not be hiding behind it, telling me what I don't need to be doing. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What you need to do is get your life together, okay? What you need to do is stop looking for handsome men who have their life together to try to argue with. Why in the world did you allow me, a stranger, to trigger you into leaving that full paragraph with all kind of different Bible references and poems and all these other, you better go on somewhere with that. You're not living by the Bible. It says nowhere in that Bible, have as many children as you like out of wedlock, be a single mother, you know what I'm saying? Live your best life, and then turn around, find God, hide behind the Bible, and judge others. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're a single mother. You're gonna be held accountable for who you opened your legs for, okay? Were you married to him? Did you marry him? Probably not. So you're out here dropping babies, having unprotected sex with more than likely a Pookie and a Ray Ray. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You definitely should not be hiding behind that Bible. I will call you out on that. I'll call you out on that. So I'll tell you what, lady, you probably watching me. You know what I'm saying? You said you're from TikTok. Return to sender tenfold. I don't play with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of energy you had in that, dropping capital letters. And lady, you need to listen, man. See, this is the problem right now. And this is what is going to have to stop. And this is why God had to step back into things. You females have been given too much power. And with great power comes great responsibility. And you don't like responsibility, accountability, none of those kind of words, right? None of those illities. So, you know what? You know what I'm saying? God's got to come back in here and get things back in some law and order, because it's getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of hand. Y'all feel like y'all can just run all over the internet and project your traumas and your dramas on every male that you see that's attractive. Listen, I am not your daddy. I am not your ex. I'm not your baby daddy. I'm not none of your badass kids around here committing crimes. I'm a sovereign being over here. And just because you find me attractive doesn't mean that I'm supposed to be held accountable for your mistakes and your bad life decisions and bad choices in men. That'll never happen. I got a 12-year-old son going on 13. I am not going to allow him to grow up in this mess, whereas by the time he becomes a grown man, it's going to be a disaster. Absolutely not. And if I can help some of these younger men out here that, not by their own fault, have been raised by single mothers, so they got this affinity for their black mothers, and they project that onto every female they see that's black, and then they want to sit over here like some white knight, you can get your ass beat, boy. I'm telling you straight up, the women got it. They don't need nobody to be sitting over here helping them out. You can get your ass beat, boy. That's what I got to say to y'all. I ain't got no sympathy for you whatsoever. You want to pander to women and you see your mama and every female, every black female you see, man, you, boy, you need to grow up. You need to grow up. I'm telling you straight up, man. My mom is not around right now, but I do not see my mother and every black woman. No, 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 no. You do not earn that right. You got to be one hell of a lady to be perceived that kind of way. See, that's y'all's problem. You know what I'm saying? No fault of your own that you're raised in a single mother house because your mother chose the food stamps in a Section 8 over having a legitimate man because she wanted to go ahead and knock out her kids. You know what I'm saying? Get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? And then go ahead and live her best life and then go find somebody to play cleanup later on. Absolutely not. We're not doing that no more. Close your legs. Close your legs. I'm gonna get online and I'm gonna whine about all men because of my bad relationship experiences. You ain't been with all men. Close your legs. Absolutely not. Close your legs. Why are we sitting here listening to all this projected trauma and drama? We can go to the root of the problem. Who were you messing with? What was his credentials? When you vetted him, what job did he have? How many other women did he have? How many other kids did he have? Did he live on his own? Did he have a car in his name? Was he taking care of his kids? Did he have other kids? No, we're not talking about that. We're just listening to them talk about, oh, he did this and he did that. He was slinging that dick. We need to go ahead and get to the root of the problem. You talk about men chasing this and that and the third. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. Y'all be chasing that dick way more than we be chasing some coochie. See, what y'all do is just hide it more. Used to lying about stuff way more. A dude just be like, man, you know what, fuck it. Yeah, you caught me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Man, y'all be sitting there, dude have the proof right in front of your face. You sitting there, you know what I'm saying, handling some dude, giving him some of that Glock 3000, and you'd be like, that ain't me. That ain't me. And why you going through my phone? Ain't none of your crazy business out here right now. Crazy business out here right now. And then you have these same kind of women put you on a pedestal, pedestalize you. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you right. Somebody bring you up like, oh, this dude be dropping some knowledge. And they'll be like, yeah, he do be dropping knowledge. But, and we all know anytime you say but, well, you know, however, all that kind of stuff indicates everything you say before that. You know, they'll keep doing that stuff though. You know, but, you know, this guy, it just seems like, you know, he says that he has intuition, but it just seems like he notices behavioral patterns, and he, you know, jots down the analytics from that, builds stats from that, and then uses that, you know, instead of his intuition. That is the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. You hear the mental gymnastics these females use? Let me tell you something. My intuition is what lets me know something's not right. I back that intuition up with stats and analytics that men can actually use. You can't go around as a man and say, I feel and I think that these women are da-da-da, and I feel. They'll be like, get your goofy feeling and thinking ass on somewhere and come back with some stats and some facts. Dudes don't want to hear no stuff like that. So as a man, I got to make sure that I have my stats together. Y'all females, see, when she said that, I was like, so wait a minute. She just made fun of a man or a person, she didn't say specifically, but a person that is building his own kind of metric system that can be articulated to people and it can make sense, instead of him just saying, oh, I feel this and I feel that. Well, I'm pretty sure anybody with common sense would be like, well, he had to have had some kind of intuitive nudge that led him to do all this kind of analytical information digging. See, the intuition gets you to start digging, but you need to be coming up with actual stats and analytics. You know what I'm saying? So you can be able to articulate it to other people instead of just saying, yeah, God told me this and it is, and that's what it is. No, man, you got to come up with some stats. And so when I'm listening to these females talk, I'm like, so what? So they're going against stats and analytics? They want us all to get online and say, well, I feel this. See, when you run around talking about I feel this and I feel that, it can be debated. It can be argued. It can be actually shut down by, well, you know, you can feel whatever you want to feel. But according to the statistics, this is what's going on in the country right now. And by 2030, you know what I'm saying, 50% or the majority of women will be childless and single. So all that feeling ain't getting you nowhere. You're doing a whole bunch of feeling. I feel this and I hear a lot of women say that a lot. Well, I don't know why dudes even let them start talking when they start off a sentence with, well, I don't believe I want to go off of what you think. Because you could be thinking anything right now, and you go take a dump, and then you could be thinking about stuff in a completely different kind of way. I don't need what you think. I need to know, what is the masses doing? As a collective, what are we doing? Because you as an individual, she can argue that the sky is blue and the grass is green. Well, I know somewhere in the world where the grass is purple and the sky is more of a turquoise. I ain't got time for none of this stuff. What's going on? I ain't got time for none of, men don't have time for this stuff. And this is why I'm saying, like, women like to verbally joust. Men bring facts, data, and then if someone's, you know, belligerent, ignorant beyond that, we bring the fisticuffs, and then we go about our business and our day. You know, women want to argue, bicker, hold grudges, go back, look up more stuff, bring up the old stuff again, try to, you know, re-debate it and win. And if they can't, gaslight you, and then do the narcissist laugh, or the narcissist chuckle. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. The narc chuckle. You know, where you know what I'm saying, when someone types something they know is stupid and ignorant, but they'll put laugh out loud in there, or the actual emoji, like they're laughing at themselves. That's like a nervous thing, like the nervous laugh thing. That's what it really is. So when I see people do that, I'm like, oh man, you defeated yourself. Why are you laughing at what you said? Why are you, you know what I'm saying? Why are you annotating, you know what I'm saying, your emotional reaction? That The stuff that they do, man, it's like you're showing that you're weak. You're showing that you're just on here to run your mouth through text, to sound like you know what you're talking about. And then the minute you're questioned properly, you just start hitting somebody with a bunch of emotional reactions, with a bunch of emojis. When you're a grown man and you're putting emojis in something outside of the 100 or whatever, 100%, you know, you've already lost, bro. You've already lost. And women do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you have these women out here that'll put a whole lot of time into trying to come up with different ways to verbally joust or argue or debate or have a discussion with men that they're not dating, that they're not with. You want to know why? Well, you don't have to guess. I'll tell you. I'm telling you why. They can't get a man and keep a man around. Their family members don't want to be around them. Their boyfriends, they can't stand them. Listen, let me tell you something. What they can do kind of decent is pass the box around. But the problem is, once they pass the box around, you know, you get it a couple times and you start listening to their mouth, you just like, it's not worth, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this. This ain't what a woman is. Then you start, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get mad because, you know, when we're in the Matrix and we're actually listening to the rap music and we were watching TV, man, listen, when you're watching that stuff and you're listening to that stuff and you're going out to the club and you're dealing with it at work and everything else, everything is being tailored and catered to women, you get brainwashed and you get shackled. You get put into slavery right then and there and don't even know it. You're in mental slavery right at that point. Now, once you stop watching that crap and you step away, because all that rap crap, you know, rap and country and everything, all music, it's just, man, I'm telling you, man, not all music, but those genres of music. The country is, she left me and now I'm out and bad, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna hit this bar and I mean, come on. And then the rap's out there, you know, screw these hoes, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff, and all this kind of crazy talk, man. All this kind of crazy talk where you're either, you know what I'm saying, making women into a piece of meat, or you're crying and whining about how she did you wrong, but you want her back. I was listening to the country the other day, you know, I listen to a lot of country, and I just listening to these songs, and these guys were like, yeah, she did me wrong, or she left me, but I want her back. You want her back after she left you? Absolutely not. This is getting out of hand, man. But it's cold out here. This wind is starting to kick up. Look, reporting live. I'm out here in North Carolina in the mountains. The wind is kicking up and it's kicking my black ass. I'm telling you right now, it is cold out here. I am walking fast because it's cold. No other reason than that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I don't step any dog doo-doo. Let me walking the dogs out here, man. I'm telling you right now. Listen. Again, they put you on a pedestal just so they can tear you down. You know what I mean? They put you on this, like, it's not even like a real pedestal. It's really just their way for them to be able to consistently have a problem with you. It's their way of being able to put you on the pedestal and critique every little nitpicky thing. Now, if I turned around and did the same thing to these narcissistic females and looked at them and said, well, visibly, you need to wash your face more. You need to do something with your hairstyles. And, you know, I don't even know where you're buying these clothes at. You know, I could literally tear them apart. What's going on, Finny? What's going on? But instead, you know what I'm saying? If I don't want to do that, because if I do, then I'm a bad guy. So instead, you know what I'm saying, you kind of chill out and sit back, and all these narcissistic females do is just continuously, you know what I'm saying, try to find little nitpicky things to say negatively about you, not realizing or knowing that it's the demons in them, and then wondering why. Because if you watch channels, which I got a bird's eye view, all these channels are saying women are seeing the writing on the wall. Women can't go to the bar and get a date. You know, women can't go to the club and get a date. Men aren't at the gym. Women are getting online. Where are all the good men at? Where are all the men at? Where are all the men hiding at? Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? We've done tapped out. Men understand that if we work on ourselves it's going to be a return on investment. And see, real women listen to stuff like that. Like, ladies hear a guy talking about ROIs and stuff like that, and not investing this, and time is, you know, important, and you know what I'm saying, not wasting your time, and time is money, and money is all this different stuff, right? They hear that kind of stuff and they're like, oh, like, I ain't gonna lie, getting wet. And then you get a narcissistic female and she be just trying to, man, he can make time if he want. Oh man, ain't that serious? You know, they got some little, you know what I'm saying, snappy snipe to say about everything or something. It's like, why you even, it's just, again, they don't, what it is they see what you're doing and it triggers them. It triggers the demon. It's something in them that just like, and they just gotta say something. And you really don't. You really don't have to say anything. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. You know, I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, share the live, and subscribe. I'll be back on here. I got plenty to talk about. I wrote down a ton of notes. You know what I'm saying? I got like 15 titles wrote down, but I'm not dropping all 15 a day. Just been doing some thinking and I've been doing some research. You know how I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably like spread it across all my platforms. I got 4 YouTube channels and a TikTok, so I'll probably knock out 1 or 2 on TikTok, and then I'll jump on my other platforms and change them a little bit to make them work for the rest of the platforms, even the main channel. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna drop all 15. But again, man, I just got a lot to talk about. Been noticing a lot of stuff, and it's just getting out of hand. Women are still running around acting like they don't know why men are leaving and not dating, and you know, they're still not approaching men or doing what they need to do, while, you know, still trying to look for that right guy, and talking about looking for the right guy anyway, and wondering where we're at, and they're not doing what they need to do. So we're going to be nowhere to be found, working on ourselves, because the more money you make, the better women you get anyway, the more women you can get. So why not make that money? I don't care what, we'll talk about this too in another video I got written down, but body game, I'm telling you straight up, women look at men's bodies and get worked up about men's bodies more than we do. I'm telling you, on King David, I wouldn't lie to you, on King David, these women are out here, they are getting moist. Men are getting moist, they're getting moist just looking at you, you know what I'm saying, with your shirt off, man. Like, man, you gotta like show us something, and you gotta be doing something for a guy to get worked up, a normal guy. Like a simp, you know what I'm saying, all a woman gotta do is like farting or something like that. But like one of us, man, like you gotta be right. You gotta be, you know, doing something. You know, a woman can look at you with your shirt off. You can be working out, and they can't get enough. You know what I'm saying? All right. What's going on? What's going on, blessed one? Yeah, man. Listen, man. Let me tell you, they're not going to change their tune. They're not going to change the way they're moving because society is set up to benefit them. I'm gonna tell you something though. Truth be told, I think most women know what they've been doing and how they've been acting is wrong. How they've been treating men has been wrong. But they've been taught that we're not nothing and nothing to be worried about. So, you know, so the evil women have let themselves get caught up in all this stuff, and now the check is due. Now the check is due. So, cheaters have to approach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Fendi, I don't know what you mean by that. Cheaters have to approach. But, you know, again, every man has their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Peace, love, and light, y'all. Remember, I'll be back on here. I'm going to go ahead and spread the love across all my channels. Gotta do what I do. All right, look, came out a little bit late today because my son is out of school. Y'all know it's Thanksgiving and all that stuff. They barely go to school around this time of year. So, hanging out with my son and shit. So, I gotta do that. Love y'all, and I'll be on here later.